We've got the former Prime Minister of Ukraine, Arseniy Yatsenyuk, back on a better line. Let's start again. We were talking about the fact that the whole scenario seems to have changed at this Munich Security Conference. Where do you think things go from here, Prime Minister?
Oh, Iain, it's going in the wrong direction right now. That's what I see. The thing is that that's not what we anticipated. And I believe that the free world has to stay united. Because the latest speech of the US VP resembles me the speech of war criminal Putin. It's not actually the copycat scenario, but there are some kind of parallels. When in 2007, Putin waged the war against the free world, declaring this war in Munich. This time, I believe that Americans have to change their course and to change the way they decided to handle both European and Ukrainian issues, which is actually the same. So it's a huge challenge for the European Union. It's a huge challenge for the United Kingdom, and it's a huge challenge for the entire free world. And we have to face this challenge and to find an appropriate and strong answers. And I believe that this wake-up call for the European Union could drive the EU to a more strong, bold, and clear-cut decisions. And the jump start of these decisions would be an informal summit in Paris. And as far as I know, your PM is to pay the visit to Paris too.
Yes, he is. But do you think that there is a willingness among not just European governments, but European people to fund defence spending in the way that it would need to be funded over the next few years if Europe is to replace America as the primary funder of Ukrainian arms?
Look, the answer is quite simple. European people deserve to live in security. And the post-Second World War order is in shatters right now. So we have to restore the security, the global security and the European security. And we have to realize that we already reap the benefits of the peace. Now, in order to grow in this secure environment, we have to pay for our security. And let me just remind you that in 2014, as a PM, I actually spent more than 5% for the Ukrainian security. And due to that fact, we managed to demolish half of Russian land forces. So we are defending our joint security. And in these contemporary times, everyone is to realize, if we want to live in peace, we have to pay for this. We have to pay to our military. We have to ramp up our military-industrial complex. We have to boost our united efforts inside the NATO. And we are not allowed to be out-cheated and outplayed by war criminal Putin and the rest of the autocrats in this world. And that's the reason why I actually plead the United States to be back in the game. Otherwise, they will lose their leadership position as the leader of the free world, and they will lose the US dollar as the main reserve currency, and they will lose their strong economic and military stance in the world. It's so simple. And it all depends where the US stands right now on the Ukrainian war. And it has to stand together with the Ukrainian people and together with the European partners.
What do you say to people listening to this program right now who say that we should not be spending more money on defence, we need to spend more money on education, on health policies, rather than fight wars in countries which are a long way away and against countries which, I mean, some people don't think that Vladimir Putin is a threat to the United Kingdom. Now, I do, but a lot of people listening to my program would disagree with me.
Oh, let me provide you with an examples. I believe that the British people do remember the Salisbury poisoning that happened on your British soil. I believe that the British people are well aware of the threat that is posed by the Russian Federation. Never-ending cyber crimes. Russia controls organized crime all over Europe and even in the United Kingdom. Russia bars your fleet. Russia bars your aircraft. Russia is doing everything to dismantle the European Union and actually to undermine the security of the United Kingdom. So we have proofs and evidences. You're absolutely right in saying that, look, a majority of people will think Well, why the hell we would pay for our military and for our army? Let's better increase wages and salaries in the education. I have the answer for this. We had this kind of negotiations even in my country. It was a minority of Ukrainians who thought the same. And you know what happened in the end? Russia invaded Ukraine. They've killed hundreds of thousands of people in Ukraine, innocent civilians. They committed atrocities in Ukraine. They abducted Ukrainians. They abducted Ukrainian children. So they tortured people. They raped people. So Russia posed the threat to all of us. As we want to live in the secure world, we have to increase wages and payment for our military. We have to train our military. We have to increase our military industrial complex production. We have to show strength and to make our countries very strong in order to deter these kind of autocrats and dictators like Putin. So it's simple as it is. I don't want even to give you some kind of economic implications. The more we spend on our military, the more we spend on our army, the more we get out of our economic boost.
Look, I hope when you next come to London that you'll come on my programme so we can have a longer discussion. Absolutely fascinating talking to you.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. That's Arseniy Yatsenyuk, former Prime Minister of Ukraine and Chairman of the Kiev Security Forum.